tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Initially, I had made a video that I had DNF'd this book. I was like 80% done, so I was like, you know what? I'm so close, let's just go ahead and finish it. And honestly, it really, like the last 80 pages really didn't change my mind. My mind is pretty much the same. A quick gist of what this book is about. We follow our two main characters, Sam and Sadie, and it starts out following them when they are younger, 12 years old, and it follows them throughout their life. They're both video game developers. On paper, I think that this book has a lot of things that I would typically gravitate to. I myself am a huge gamer. That said, I started out, I kind of liked the beginning. I really enjoyed the parts where Sadie and Sam are in the hospital. As they get older, I kind of was getting more annoyed because I feel like the more I read, the more I just really was not liking the character Sadie, which Sadie is essentially the main character. And so that's where I kind of put it down. I picked it back up again, and it's doing a lot more of the video game development stuff, which it got a little bit interesting, but it's one of those things where it's like things were happening, but things weren't happening, if that makes sense. Of course the story is moving forward, but I feel like the plot isn't really going anywhere. Think of every single trio where you got two guys and one girl and it's like a love triangle thing. Just think of any sort of stereotypical trope that could happen in that scenario, right? And I kid you not, literally every single one happened. Also, the characters. I felt like most of them were extremely forgettable. And you have Sam, which I liked Sam more. I think he was the more relatable character. Then you have Sadie, who I think Sadie is honestly the worst character in this book. She's extremely selfish. She gets mad and is resentful and hateful for things that are outside of other people's control. I just really thought she was a terrible person. But it just made it really hard to read this book and be like, yeah, I like this, because it's like, no, Sadie's a terrible person. And even though they kind of make up at the end and they become friends again, you're just kind of like, bro, Sam, you need to get this chick out of your life. I would say if you want to give it a try, but for me personally, I would say don't. If you guys have read this book and you really enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments below and just tell me why, because maybe I'm missing something. I just feel like this had a lot of things, checked a lot of boxes that should be like, yes, I should love this book. But when I read it, I was just like, this ain't it. This ain't it, So that's gonna be it for the video.